Yeah, I'm not often disappointed, but I am today. I thought the manner of our performance, wasn't good enough. We didn't deserve to get anything out of today's game, and we got what we deserved, which was a loss. So, lots for me to fix, lots for me to review. And I always say I look at myself first and how we set the team up, but we just did not come out and start well. The goal where Mace dribbles through and finishes, that's not a team, that I want to see again. People taking free shots at our goal with no blocks. But yeah, listen, it's never for lack of effort. It was just we just weren't at it today. We had too many players off and didn't create enough.
Jose.
Coach, historically your team this season has done well with adjustments after results like this.
Yeah.
What's something that you're going to, on first glance, work on as far as this last end of the regular season?
Keeping the ball. Thought we were technically off today. It didn't allow us to build any. The one time we played any type of football, we scored. We didn't. One of the things we needed to do against their system was switch play, and I don't think we did that well enough. And then when we did break pressure, we just wanted to go forward and sometimes didn't have the numbers to sustain it. And defensively, we have to be better. Too many opportunities on our goal, unaffected. Centre forwards coming off against our centre backs under no pressure, something I need to look at. And the transition moment, we're 3v1. We can't let her turn there and let her get a through ball in. So, yeah, lots to work on, but I need to prioritise what we need to do ahead of Orlando, because we need to come back here and put a performance on and, make sure these fans keep coming back.
Jackie.
At the end of the game, you huddled up with the team, and you noted you had a group message. You can what was that message to your players?
The message is always I'll look at myself first, but also that they need to look individually at themselves and did they perform at the level that they feel they would be proud of. There was, some out there really fighting and trying, and we had too many off today. And they had they're a good side. They've gone on this run for a reason, because they're a good side. They've got battlers, they've got people that can carry the ball. Their front two again caused us real problems. We had to shift the system slightly in the second half to be able to cope with what they were doing. But yeah, it's a message. I'll look at me, but actually, how do we learn? Because we've not got much time now. We've got one day less before we have to prepare for Orlando.
Casey, obviously the Current dominated a lot of certain areas on the field, but specifically for Amira, obviously she had a great milestone today, scoring her first goal. How would you just describe how proud of you are of her and just seeing her growth and obviously what she was able to do today?
Yeah, massively proud. We know we've been on a bit of a slow journey with Amira in terms of fitness levels and being able to get on the pitch for longer. But she's working really hard now. She's one of our top workers, and there comes a point now where I have to start, integrating a little bit more in terms of minutes. I just wanted to make sure it was the right state of the game to put her on today, and she scored a great finish with her left foot. So yeah, pleased for her to get a goal. Hopefully she'll grow from it. And she's a super talent. I just have to be really patient with her and make sure she gets the right opportunities at the right times.
Casey, the problems that you had today, are they about consistency and trying to find consistency? Are they problems that are deeper rooted that need to be dealt with on a different level, or is it just one of those days where you're not at the best of your game every day?
No, I think it was one of those days today. I don't think anything's deeper rooted when your club's 6 months old. That's what I have to remember. This team's not been playing together for long in terms of partnerships and bonds, and we've had internationals come back in, and putting them back in changes things as well, and that dynamic. So, yeah, there's been lots of changes. It was just an off day. It was an off day. We were technically off, and I thought we were physically off today. So we need to look at both sides of that.
With the roster dynamics like that, do you have to deal with them maybe a little more than a club that's been around longer, that has maybe a little more history?
Not really. Obviously, we had 5 away during the international window. We have to reintegrate those, and those players that have played now, typically are game changers, or some of them have stayed in, and I've made changes to the team. I don't always get it right. Maybe today I didn't get it right.
Alex, since she's come back, do you see the same Alex that you saw before she left?
Yeah, I thought last week against Chicago, albeit we didn't get her in the game enough. She worked tremendously hard. I've seen that she's been really bright in training. She needs service. We didn't get the ball into the box enough. We had so many opportunities to cross the ball, and we just didn't serve the ball enough to get her in positions to score. And because we didn't switch to play and we tried to force it, it ended up transitional, and that's not the game we want to play.
Just 4 points in the last 4 matches. Didn't take advantage of Portland's draw a couple days ago. How important is it for this team to win the last 2 matches of this home?
Yeah, we have to bounce. You know, being at home is an advantage for us with this crowd, and our fans are amazing. But we didn't take advantage of it today because we started so poorly. We let them go 2-0 up, and then you're on an uphill struggle and trying to get the fans behind you. So, yeah, we have to start the game better to give ourselves the best possibility of winning. And the next 2 are massive. You know, we know that we're in the hunt, we're in and around it. If anyone would have said we'd be in the top 3 at the beginning of the season, I think most people at the club would have took it. But I'm disappointed that we've not taken more points out of the last 4 games.
Would you have been among that group, or did you feel differently?
I'm ambitious, so I want us to be as high as we possibly can be, and that's why I'm so disappointed today. Not irrelevant of points, it's the performance, because I think if we get the performance right, we've always got a chance of winning because we've got fantastic players and we've got grafters, but we were just too many of us off today, and I need to look at why. Did
you believe when the season began that you could be at this spot, knowing, you know, all the things that were against you?
Absolutely. Yeah, I've done it before. I know in a league lower than the top league, but I just think if you work hard enough, you believe in your people and you put value into it, it's amazing what you can achieve. And we've got a really hard run now, we know that. This league is wild. If you watched the North Carolina game the other night, you know how wild it is. So, you know, I even believed we could get back in, and we just left it too late to nick a draw today. But we've got to start brighter, we've got to start on the front foot a little bit more to be able to give us opportunities to win games.
Well, we've seen, if we just look at scoring, you score more goals in the last 15 minutes of halves than you do early on. Is there something behind that?
Something to look at, definitely something to look at. I don't know. If you look at the games where we've had to come back, Portland, we've had to come back, and there's maybe a mentality around we've got nothing to lose now, so we play a little bit more. We need to remove that fear from the offset of like, we went too direct for me today and we didn't keep the ball enough, and you know, against the team that's going to fight and dominate second balls, you need to be able to play. And listen, credit to Matt, they're a very good side and they're still missing key players, so you know they're on an exceptional run, but we have to look at us and how we can be better, and we have to be better with the ball. And I said it after last week's game and I'll say it again after this week's game, we have to be better with the ball, because if we control more of the ball, the opposition don't have it and they can't hurt us.
After a long wait, Coach, you said that the players were turned off this week. How are you going to switch them back on for next week? And do you think having Dahl-Kemper back will make a difference?
I don't think Kaylee Real did a bad job, to be honest. They're up against the front 2. It was a difficult day for both centre backs. Abby's our captain, so she becomes available, but she needs to fight for her shirt now. You know, and that's like any other player. So she knows that. She wants to work hard to get back in the team. Abby gives us something different in terms of in the locker room and that positivity, and maybe we missed a bit of that today. But you know, it's my job to lift them now. It's what I get paid to do. It's my job to make sure we learn from this defeat, that I lift them and that they can go into that game next week full of belief, that they can go and get a result.
Coach, Kevin Sheridan had another great penalty kick save to keep the team in it on a questionable PK call, and Wade didn't get a PK call the other way a few minutes earlier. How would you rate Sheridan's play today, even though she gave up those 2 goals?
She's world class, isn't she? You know, she's a world class goalkeeper. It's just a shame that we couldn't get another one, because that if we get another one, the draw warrants her save really, and she probably didn't deserve to be in the losing team today. As for the penalties, I will say nothing, because I'll just get fined.
Thank you.